Hi, you guys. So I'm back again to talk a little bit more about the book 50 Shades of Grey. So the last time I did a video, I spoke, I gave my opinion by doing a review of the book, and I said it was okay. It was not too bad. It's a light beer in my opinion. It brushes the surface of the whole BDSM lifestyle, and it was cool. Ooh, it was okay. So okay, read. If you like a light beer, can have a light beer with 50 Shades of Grey. So this book or this story has the potential to be a cash cow, to rake in a lot of money. Case in point, that which happened with the Twilight Saga from book to movie. That's where they're trying to take 50 Shades of Grey. I don't really think that that's the route it should have taken. I think the story would have been better expressed via TV show. So now they have a screenplay signed with Focus Films, and they're setting about to do casting so that they can get the movie out within the next year or two, which would be good because you don't want the notoriety then of the novel to die out before you're able to break in lots of money off the book. And I mean, sex sells, and people will tune in. People like to see, sex, and then if you want to do taboo sex, yeah, people will tune in. So first of all, before I get to the casting of the roles, I would just like to say I don't really think that that's the way, as I said before, that the story should have been developed or should have been brought to the big screen or to the screen any at all. I think that one of the major cable stations or cable channels or whatever should have picked up the story. Case in point, what has been done with the True Blood saga, or Spartacus. People write the screenplay for Spartacus, or Games of Thrones, which is my favorite. I'm stuck in a Song of Ice and Fire series right now. I just love them, and HBO has done a very, very good job with bringing that story to the big screen. And I think that 50 Shades of Grey would have been done justice had a station like HBO or even Showtime had picked it up. I think it would have done much better on cable TV. They would have given, the adapters of this story more leeway to play and to tweak and to, bring it more to life and make it, hotter, steamier, and just let us, the audience, enjoy it more. So that's what I think they should have done. Brought it to the cable stations. That would have, given it, to me, more potential. Cable has the box offices these days. They are up one day and they're down the next. So I think cable, getting viewership with a steamy story would not be difficult. And I guess you might be saying that it would not be difficult to get them into the movie theaters as well, but you never know who they might be going up against at whatever time. See, and based on the perception of the audience of, will it be cheesy or whatever of the book. So I guess all these they take into consideration. I really do hope that the movie does well, and I will buy a ticket to see it. You can bet your ass on that, because I'd love to see what they would do, what the interpretation of the screenwriters would be. So for casting of a movie, if they should take it there, I have seen names he flirting around online, and let's start with Mr. Christian Grey himself. Ryan Gosling would be my number one choice. Ryan Gosling, just because of his eyes and the stare. It's kind of like he's looking at me. Ryan Gosling. Check out his pictures. I think you will agree. Ryan Gosling is a very, very good choice, and I think the word on the streets or the word online is that he is the person that they are really, really eyeing for the role of Christian Grey. But you know how these movie roles are. Sometimes people don't get enough money or they don't feel so much about it, so it's tentative, as with anything else. And I also think that Christian Hemsworth, now, ladies and gentlemen, watching Thor, he was very sexy. Yes, Christian Hemsworth is the guy that played Thor. I think they could, give him a haircut, and he could give you that brooding Christian Grey look as well. Like, eat your food now. You must eat. Anna, don't let me get upset with you. That's my Christian Grey impersonation. Josh Duhamel could also play the role. I think he's tall and he's handsome, very good looks. And I also saw the name Michael Fassbender. I'm not so familiar with him, but this picture, yeah. So my top two would be Ryan Gosling and Kristen Hemsworth, and then you could have Michael Fassbender and Josh Duhamel. But Mrs. Robinson, Mrs. Robinson's the character that I didn't even get to go very much in depth with Mrs. Robinson in my last review. Mrs. Robinson's character is very interesting, and I hope to figure more about her by reading the second book, which I have just started. So I hope I get to see more of Mrs. Robinson's character come to the fore. I'm very interested to see what really her story is, and because I was really siding with Anna in the story to say that she was like a pedophile. She molested him, she assaulted him, and she just messed up his head. Unless there's more to that story, but hey, let's see. So, for the role of Mrs. Robinson, or character of Mrs. Robinson, I love Ellen Birkin. Yes, she seems like a cougar. And Cable's most notorious cougar, Miss Kim Cattrall. I mean, there are other persons too, but I think based on the blonde hair and the, a mature woman who seems very sure of herself and the type that would, you know, rein in a man such as Christian Grey to be submissive, Ellen Birkin and Kim Cattrall. For Anna, online, a lot of people have been voting, and they really like Alexis Bledel from what's that show again? Gilmore Girls and Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I actually agree with them. I think she would be good. They brought up Lucy Hale. You might know her from Pretty Little Liars and any other thing that she does. I don't think so. Lucy Hale, she does always looks 12 to me. And just always seem very wrong to cast her in roles where she's kissing people. I don't know if she needs a haircut or she needs shoes or she needs a wall review. She just looks far too young. It borders on being, yeah, she just looks far too young. But I guess if, depends on how the character is written. I do prefer Alexis to Lucy Hale, so I hope, they would go along with that. And they also have Alexandra Daddario. Daddario. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name right. Her features would make her good for the role of Anastasia Steele, and also Emilia Clarke. Emilia Clarke, who's, I'm not sure if many of you watch Games of Thrones, which is, the adaptation of the Song of Ice and Fire series that HBO has. Games of Thrones, Emilia Clarke plays Daenerys Targaryen. Now, I know those of you familiar with Daenerys Targaryen can only have the image of silver hair or very platinum blonde or silver hair Daenerys Targaryen, but look at her pictures where she's a brunette, and she could be a good Anna. She could. And we've already seen that Daenerys, or Emilia Clarke, is not afraid to get naked on screen. So, yes. So those are like the three, main characters, other sets of characters to fill in for, Catherine and Elliot and, Jose. So that's my whole thing. It will be interesting to see how they cast, and I hope that the movie will be good and be better than the book. And let's see. And I'll be sure to get back to you with any other reviews or just chit chat. Drop me a line, tell me what you'd like to see me review, tell me what you'd like to talk about, and I aim to please. No, I'm not a submissive, but hey, I want to make this successful. So drop me a line, tell me what you think, and I'll see you soon.